work around a chord that's called the Cadd9. But not just the Cadd9. I wanted to talk about a technique. It's called anchoring. I don't know about you, but I like to go fishing. Haven't been in a long time, but I was raised around water, so fishing was just something we did a lot when I was young. And my house was in Palatine Bridge, New York. It was right up from the Mohawk Valley River. I mean, we're talking, it was like a block. You just walked down to the water. And it was quite neat because we'd cross the railroad tracks, go down to the locks, and we'd bring our fishing pole. And most of the time it didn't have a reel, it was just a string. And we'd put a hook on it and we'd fish, and it was fun. But when I could get to go fishing in a boat, that was a lot of fun. And I learned very quickly that if you could get yourself anchored in one spot, that you could get a lot done when it came to fishing because you weren't floating all over the place, that you're focusing in one area where you knew those big fish lived. Yeah. And so sometimes when you're playing the guitar, it's good to anchor. But the idea of anchoring so that you could focus in one spot and catch those big fish is very similar to what you can do on the guitar. You can actually find some chords that allow you to anchor, and you can work from it. And without having to move your fingers a lot, you can transition to other chords that work with that chord. And the transitions are smoother, they're faster, they're easier, less work. And so that's what I'm going to show you today is anchoring, okay? And not just anchoring, we're going to talk about the Cadd9 chord. Now the Cadd9 chord likes chords like D and G and E minor. And knowing that, and knowing how that formation, the Cadd9 looks, you can use it in such a way that you don't have to pick your fingers, all of them up, to move to each of those chords. So let me show you what I mean. So to make the Cadd9 chord, take your middle finger and put it on the 5th string, 3rd fret. Take your pointer finger and I just got through getting some tea. My hands are still wet. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Middle finger, put it on the 5th string, 3rd fret. Your pointer finger, put it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And then take your ring finger, put it on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then some people add the pinky finger to the 1st string, 3rd fret. Some people leave it off and just play strings 2 through 5. And some people put it down and play strings 1 through 5. Whatever one you want to do. And actually I go back and forth between the two, depending on what sounds I want to bring out. Now the thing about the Cadd9 chord is it likes D, it likes G, it likes E minor. Actually, it likes A minors too. But today we're not going to do that so much because we're trying to stay anchored. So I'm going to show you how you can stay anchored and move from Cadd9 to G, D, to E minor, and not have to pick your fingers all the way up from the fingerboard and make the changes. It'll make it smoother, cleaner, it'll sound better. So let's give it a try, okay? So you've got the Cadd9 going here, and you want to go to G. All you have to do, leave that finger anchored now. It's going to try to stay in one place. You're not drifting around. And you just pick up these 2 fingers and move them over one set of strings. And then if you want, you can put your pinky finger down on the 3rd fret. It's called a G sus, a G sus 2. Some people will pick up the pointer finger and just play that way. I think it sounds better when you have both the fingers there. You know, just move over the set of strings like this. See that? But I stay anchored here. I'm not moving down there. I'm not picking it up. Okay? So it sounds like this. Let's go to the E minor. Now you notice to go to the E minor, I didn't pick this up. I'm staying anchored down here. This finger is holding on for dear life, okay? We went from the Cadd9 to the G sus, and now we're just going to take the pointer finger, pick up that middle finger, and just roll that pointer finger over to the 2nd fret and cover 2 strings. Okay? If you can't do that, you at least get 1 string. And you could just pick up the 5th string, 2nd fret. Or you could pick up the 4th string, 2nd fret. Whatever sounds better to you, but I like to get them both. And actually what you're playing here, because you're keeping anchored, is the E minor 7th. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. I'm staying anchored. Back to G. Cadd9. E minor 7th. And let's go to the D chord. Don't pick that finger up. To Cadd9. Cadd9. Now you wonder what I'm doing there? Well, I'm on the 3rd string, 4th fret, I'm putting my pinky finger down. That's actually another chord. It's called the C major 9. Okay, so you got Cadd9, C major 9, G. Let's try that again. That sounded pretty good. C9, C major 9, E minor 7th, D, and I did all of that without picking up my anchor. I left it in place so I don't drift, and I can find all those little fishies. All those little sweet things that you can hear in that. All right. Well, we're going to leave that right there and let you work on that for a little while. And I wanted to let you know that next week I'm going to be super busy. We have a big conference that's happening with our church here in Northern California. And it's actually for 3 days straight. And so I'm going to be busy every single day, playing in the morning and in the evening. And there's a little travel involved with it as well. So you might not hear from me every single day. I'll try to touch bases with something. It'll probably be real short. But I don't know that I can do it every day and keep up with everything else. I'm saying this just so you don't get worried and think that I quit, because I didn't. And I don't want you to get discouraged and then I lose track of you. We don't want that to happen. So beware of that. And after next week, it'll be back to normal again, whatever normal is. We haven't all figured that out one yet either. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it right there. And I hope you have a great day or night, wherever you are in this world. And hey, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it.